Valiant Olola Akoko TV. Àfi òní wọjà kí tọmọdé má máa rí.
Kano Abi?
Kano. Okay.
But you were born where?
Ondo State.
Ondo State.
Ikare Akoko precisely. That's our town.
Okay.
That's my second home.
Your second home, where you were born.
Where I was born, where I started growing up.
Okay, and you know the culture and everything of that place.
Everything.
And you can speak their language.
Very well.
You can speak Ikare very well.
Jafo.
Jafo, that's
Jafo. Jafo.
Oh yeah, about Kiara Ili.
Ekun ilẹ̀ mi. Oni mi kí ẹ, ní sika kí ẹ àbí. Egi ọ̀rẹ́ ayé ha pé ẹ mo gba fọ̀rọ̀. Ekun mi kí ẹ. Eku àsìkò òjò ai.
Wonderful. What did you say?
I said I'm greeting them. All right. I said we have a friend here who wants me to greet them, and I've greeted them.
Furthermore, I want you to tell them where you were born.
Mi karùn ọ̀rẹ́ mi fọ̀ ní Ikare òbí mi ní 1963. Ibẹ̀ mi sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìṣùkúrù ní 1969-70.
Shukuru.
Ṣùkúrù. School ni ẹ. Ibẹ̀ mi bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìṣùkúrù. So ibẹ̀ bí mi ní ibẹ̀ á sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dàgbà. So títí dòní gan a sì ní ẹbí ìròyìn ọ̀hún. So a sì yí ọ̀hún. Even though mi ká padà Kano ṣùgbọ́n a sì yí ọ̀hún.
And you are a Hausaman.
Correct wa. Wa o ṣe ni.
Kaiba Osheni.
Gazade.
So about the Bamba Maki. So the community there, the Hausa community, there's a Hausa community there.
So
is this Sabo?
There is Sabo.
Sabo. Sabo.
Sabo.
And the people there will be speaking Hausa and
Yoruba and Ikare and Yoruba.
And Yoruba. Egbo Yoruba ni.
That.
Yàtọ̀ sí Ikare, Egbo Yoruba.
Ṣé bí ìgbà tá a lọ school, tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ school yẹn, èdè Yorùbá kan náà là ń sọ. Òun la fi ka àwọn aláwìyé gbogbo ẹ̀.
So ẹ lè ka Yorùbá dáadáa, ẹ lè kọ.
Ẹni darí lè rújọ. Ṣèbí àbí wọ́n ní ẹlẹ́tẹ̀lẹ́tẹ̀ yẹ ohun tí a ṣe níyé ni. Adẹ̀kì gbà kàkà lọ́wọ́ akitì. Akọlé gbalẹ̀ bàbá náà lọ́wọ́ ẹni kò sẹ́ni tó lè gba Ikare mọ́ wa.
Wow. Which is almost a claim indigenship.
Dáadáa. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ọ̀n la wà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Gbogbo ariwo tó ń pa ìpè Hausa Yorùbá kò rẹ̀. Kò nítumọ̀. Ìgbà tó wá tó tí nǹkan máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ní, wọ́n máa pè aṣẹ́mọ́dé òde. Òde. Ṣẹ̀bẹ́ níbẹ̀ yìí. Ẹ padà wá sílé ṣẹ̀bẹ́ nílé níbi tí wọ́n ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n ní wọ́n ń pààyàn. So that's wọ́n ti sọ wá bí ẹbí. That is how we live.
Okay, it's there at Ikare. They have turned you people like family.
Yes, ẹbí ni wá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ láti dàgbà, àwọn à ń dàgbà. Àwọn Yorùbá ni wọ́n kọ́kọ́ mọ̀. Torí àwa àjọmọ́ Sabo Ikare yẹn níbi tí àwọn Hausa gangan wà. Inú àwọn Yorùbá gangan la wà.
So àwọn Yorùbá gbà yín tó wọ́n tẹ̀sí.
Àsùnmọ́ Palace Olúkàrẹ́ gan. Ẹni tó bá Olúkàrẹ́ tán gan, ó ní dáàdì mi fẹ́ ní 77.
Wonderful.
Ìkan náà àbúrò mi báyìí, ìyá ẹ̀ Yorùbá ni. So a ti bá òun jọ máa ti wọra ọdún gbogbo bàtà àwọn
olóṣèlú.
Ìjùmọ̀ olóṣèlú ṣe àdùkú ọdún ara wọ̀jù. Tẹ bá lọ sí ìsìnà kókó tó ń wo program yín ní
Facebook.
Lórí Facebook. Gbogbo ẹ̀ á ti wọnú ara wọ̀jù gbogbo èyí tá à ń sọ yìí pé Hausa ni Muslim ni Christian yẹn gbogbo ẹ̀. Nípa ìrẹ́pọ̀ ìlú ó jẹ́ pọ̀ àwọn gbajúmọ̀ wọn kàn ń forí wa gbárí lásán ni. Àjọjọ wà ní nípa ìrẹ́pọ̀ ìlú yẹn. A ti múra mọ́ tímọ́tímọ́. Ẹ má bínú Yorùbá yẹn lórí.
But let's move into English because of our English audience.
Yes.
So what you say now is that you were born in Ondo State.
I was born there. I was
up there in
the Yoruba community. Most of my friends are there. I still relate with them.
Even though you've come back here.
Yes, I still
when you were there,
if something happens now,
yes,
to Pastor Tunde Adeoye, I will go.
Where?
If something Lagos.
Okay.
He has relocated to Lagos because we grew up together in Ondo State. If something happened to Kofo now,
yes,
I will go to Ikare quickly. If it is our former commissioner, Taufiki, it's like a junior brother to me. I will go there. So we have them.
Okay, so they don't see you as Hausa?
Nada. Even if they see me as Hausa, but they are my relative.
Hey.
You know, like there is something. If a friend is a friend for about 30, 40 years. Yeah. He has become part of it. Okay. One day, related.
Since when did you come back to?
We came back 1977 when I started my secondary school. Okay. But then we were still going there. Okay. That time there was no much responsibility. We are not married. So any opportunity we have during holidays, yes, we go there. And even during our high institution days on in the university, we still go there. Okay. We relate there. We grew up there. It was by faith that we relate here and find our means of livelihood here. Yeah. We thought like our fathers, grandfathers would be dealing in cows, cola, and things they were doing. Yes. But by faith, yes, God said we will eat from education. And now,
when you were in Ikare, you had the opportunity of doing primary, secondary, university.
Yeah. But I relocated to Kano 77 with my brother Abulimi to continue our education here because we want to relate with home. Oh, yes. So that you cannot do it there.
So that you not get lost.
Yes. Not that we not, but because we want to relate to the North. Yes. That's just the reason. Okay. But some of our children now, our brothers or sisters children, they are there. They have done their primary, secondary, and they have done their high institutions there. And they are still there. Okay.
What did you Baton?
What did you Baton? Wow.
And some of them are married to Yorubas.
Dada. And they are married to Yorubas. So the way we relate in Nigeria is like nothing and nobody can change it. Okay. We're just saying it. Let us survive. We cannot change it. Let us be very serious. Let us say the fact. We cannot change it. This one married people. This one married Tigala. This one married Eti. This one married Fifio. This one married Hausa. We have already entered ourselves so much that there is no how we must learn to live peacefully and peacefully. We still have people in Calabar now. If I tell you now, Mesere. See, I know a bit. Okay. There was a time we have relatives also in Benin. Okay. Yes. We go there, we have they say Ondo.
So your relatives in Calabar side, they can speak the language there
very well.
Hausa people do
very, very well. I'm telling you.
I need to visit.
They are there in Bagobiri Street or Nasarawa. I will give
Nasarawa in which state?
Calabar. That they call the place Nasarawa. It's like Sabo. Okay. The Hausas are many there. Okay. But the first place they settled was Bagobiri Street, Calabar. Bagobiri. That Bagobiri was one man, I think is from Sokoto, who first settled there. Okay. That's why they named the place Bagobiri.
So what you are saying is that how people can speak either Efik very well.
The way you interviewed somebody, one speaking, was it Ekiti? Yes. They can speak it very well. I told you when I was there for some time, I started saying message. I started, relating with them and speaking because for one, I like languages. Yes, I was.
Because it will be very interesting for me to hear an Hausaman speaking Abadi.
Abadi, yes, message, they are there. Wow. If you go to Bogobiri Street, they are there.
So I want to get the states. Is it Cross River?
Calabar.
Okay, very good. Very good.
There are many there. There are many.
Wow. Bahaushi.
Calabar.
But will he have the intonation? Will he have the intonation to like?
Yes. Even for you go. You know for me in Ikare.
Yeah. Also.
Yes.
So when you were there in Ikare, the Yoruba food there, were you eating it?
Dada. Ishi body anyo. Ishi moi ebono. Ishi doyan gono ne. Ishi resata. Ishi raya. Come on, get it. Ishi agiri any or ni.
But your mom, could she speak the language
very well? She can speak Yoruba. She can speak Ikare. And my dad too.
They could speak it.
So Dada. All of them. They those days you don't ask too much questions like children of kids. Yes. But we know they too grew up there. Okay. My mom and dad. Yeah. They too grew up there. Wow. So, and we were born there.
And the community is still there.
The community is still there. Wow. They are still there. Awesome. And if you go to Akure, if you go to Ondo, if you go to they are still there. Some of them are related to those places. Akure, Ondo, Ise, and they are still there. It's still part of
it. Nobody troubles them.
Zaman lafiya suke da mutane tunda ana auratayya ma kuma ai kada zaman lafiya kenan in ka ce zaka ci mutunci na ina auren kanwaka ko ina auren yar
ba zai yi ba.
ina zai yi kuma ana zaune lafiya ba wanda ke shiga harkar wani. That's it.
So Kano, now that you have been in Kano here, when you meet Yoruba people and you start speaking, have you met Ikare people here before?
Dada, we have met. And some of them used to be surprised. I'll tell them, look, I grew up in Ikare. If they say, Ibe Adigun, Ilepa, I say, where is your area? I said, me, I was born in Ilepa. I tell you. Yeah, brother, or because we are already
you call you brother.
Yeah. Because yes.
Rárá, àmọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọmọ yìí mi ní mi rán ẹ. Bó ṣe fàgbóyọ̀ fa sìgá obìnrin ni wọ́n. Torí ọjọ́ iwájú ìyàn náà bímọ ọ̀nàkọ. Ọ̀gá tí ẹ̀ka bú ewéjọ́ díẹ̀ máa bá wọn wí. Obìnrin ni oríṣiríṣi ọ̀rẹ́. Tẹ́ bá ti lè jáde bẹ́ẹ̀ oríṣiríṣi ọ̀rẹ́ ọkọ ọ̀lí. Bó ṣe kó dúdú ọkọ pupa ọkọ gbogbo rẹ̀ ọkọ lẹ̀pa ọkọ rọ̀bọ̀. Ẹ̀ka bí mi ká bú wọn fọ́.
You keep quiet. Alábòsí wèrè. Yes. So, torí àwọn ọmọ mi ló ṣe dá mi dúró láàárọ̀ kùtùkùtù. Gbogbo nǹkan tó wá ń sọ pé wọ́n ń ṣe yìí, ṣé wọ́n ń ṣe ń ta ni? Ṣé bínú ilé mi ni wọ́n ti ń ṣe? Yorùbá nínú ilé ẹni la ti ń jèkúté onídodo. What's your problem? Kí ẹ ṣe wọ́?
Ẹ mọ̀ kẹnu.
Ìyẹn wọ̀ ọ́ yá ṣe níbẹ̀ yìí.
Rárá sà,
mi
ní mi rán ẹ mọ̀ ní ẹbí bú ẹ ká advice yan díẹ̀díẹ̀.
Wọ́n á ṣe ọ ní ẹ̀díẹ̀ ká advice ọ náà ló ṣe gbọ́ Yorùbá lájọ tó ti mú ẹ wá. Ok, tí n bá follow advice ẹ̀ ń sè tí mo wá bá wọn wí tán wá rìn lọ tí mi rí wọn mọ́. So you think I will replace you with my kids?
Ọ̀ní rìn lọ lórúkọ Jésù, ọ̀ní rìn lọ.
Ọ̀ní rìn lọ lórúkọ Jésù.
Ẹ mọ̀ kẹnu ọ̀gá.
Àwọn ọmọ mi ni wọ́n fi wọ́n lẹ̀ jẹ́ kó jayé orí wọn kò ní mí lára. Èsì rẹ̀ yìí wá ṣe níbẹ̀ Ikere.
Yé mi. Ó kàn yé mi.
So face your job or you will be sacked.
Nìyẹn ká dáa. Ẹ ṣe ẹ mọ̀ kẹnu. Ọ̀gá yìí wà dé ká spoil ọmọ yẹn ó kà bá yín ọjọ́ ká sọ ọmọ yẹn dídàkúdà ọmọ yẹn jẹ́ pé at the end of the ọ̀nà yá ọ̀dẹ ká sọ ọ́ di influencer ọ̀ká kọ́ rẹ̀ ọ̀ká kọ́ gbogbo rẹ̀ wàhálà.